sign next week.
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you?
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seen me.
It's gonna get you. So, I love you so much, and it's been an emotional week.
Buckle up, people, because the Diddy rabbit hole goes way deeper than we ever imagined. Latest reports have revealed that Diddy had an intimate relationship with the late Stephen Boss, aka tWitch. With Diddy being targeted for ST, fans have started to dig up information about all of his suspicious relationships. The word has it that Ellen used to give tWitch to Diddy as a payment for making an appearance on her shows. Yes, you heard that right. Ellen is also being dragged into Diddy's mess, and there is nothing she can do about it. Ellen, Diddy, and tWitch. Y'all, we all know that Ellen DeGeneres has been an it celebrity for years now, and being invited to her talk show is no joke. But there is one person who has made an appearance on that show about 20 times, which is a direct giveaway of the person's importance. Well, the said person is none other than Sean Combs.
I think that our relationship is going in the right direction.
Yeah, I agree.
And I want to say I love you.
I love you too.
I love you, Ellen.
I love you too.
Yes.
Recently, a clip of Ellen is going viral, where paparazzi questioned her about Diddy's allegations. Now, since Ellen and Diddy had a close relationship, she could have said a few words to defend her friend's character, right? Well, it seemed like Ellen got uncharacteristically worried after the question was flung at her. Fans believe that Ellen has been trying to stay under the radar after her acquaintance was suspected of being involved in ST. Fans also pointed out that Ellen has been a very public supporter of Diddy. Her silence in these times sets off many red flags.
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you?
Ellen's suspicious antics have spurred the fans to go down the Ellen rabbit hole. You might not know, but some conspiracy theorists believe that Ellen also had pretty deep connections with Epstein, and allegedly her name was also on the elusive list of celebs that frequented his islands. Some fans also pointed out that Ellen's set has a background of the Epstein Islands. She has allegedly tried to hide her association in plain sight. It may sound out of touch to most of you, but things seriously didn't add up when it comes to Diddy and Ellen's close friendship. Anyway, during an episode, Diddy hinted that Ellen has been invited to most of his parties, but she just didn't show up. People have started to ask big questions like, why was Ellen so hesitant on going to a Diddy party, despite being invited many times? It looks like Ellen was very much aware of the recreational activities happening at the Diddy party. Our lovely whistleblower, Jaguar Wright, claimed that Diddy used these parties to record celebs in questionable positions. Another thing she revealed was that Diddy parties were essentially rich people, or Gs. You might be wondering, how was Ellen aware of the Diddy party secrets when she didn't attend any? Well, sources revealed that in the very beginning of her career, she attended a few of Diddy parties where she allegedly let loose like many others. But ever since, she got her own elitist status. She started skipping on the parties, but she still found a way to have a good relationship with Diddy. Before we get into it, you must know that during one of her episodes with the disgraced mogul, Diddy admitted to having separate parties for his close circle. He said, "That's a different type of party. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel, and then it will carry on there." Now, this is not just loose talk on Diddy's end, as Uncle Luke revealed that he would only attend Diddy's party for half an hour. And when things start to heat up, he would opt out. Now, since one's success depended on attending these parties, there's no way Luke could skip out entirely, but he still managed to starve himself of the main course to keep his integrity intact. During an interview, Luke alluded to the wild things not being his cup of tea. He said, "I don't know what goes on after hours, but I wasn't trying to find out, I know my place." Anyway, you might be wondering about the tactics Ellen used to get herself on Diddy's good side. Sources claim that Ellen used her former DJ tWitch as a bait to have Diddy on her show. They allege that since Ellen was superior to tWitch, she would pressure him to satisfy Diddy's monstrous appetite after each episode. Now the thing is, tWitch couldn't just up and leave the industry, as that would effectively be the end of his career. Sources revealed that since tWitch was pressured into those activities, he sunk deep into depression as he betrayed his wife after succumbing to the pressure. From the recent court filings, we know that Diddy used to pay his girlfriend, Young Miami, and potentially others $250,000 a month. And Jaguar Wright claimed that Diddy's former girlfriend, Cassie, ran away from him even after getting his lump sum of money because the things happening in Diddy's bedroom were more freaky than anyone could stomach. Apart from that, Jaguar also explained that she hired an entertainment lawyer around 2003 who had just left Bad Boy. Jaguar claimed that the lawyer confided in Wright and shared an unsettling story about her time at the label. Apparently, Diddy had a meeting with singer and New Jack City actor Christopher Williams about possibly signing a demo deal. But the attorney needed to get approval for some paperwork and went into Diddy's office where she found Christopher going down on Diddy. And allegedly, the attorney questioned Diddy's intention. He said, "I'll do whatever the F I want to do in my building. It's power, see? If I can make a man suck my private, I can make people do anything for money. That's what you said, Puff, about Christopher Williams sucking your private for a demo deal, and you cut him a check. And you chased that young woman out of New York just like you tried to chase Wendy Williams out of New York. And she came to work for me. She was a wonderful woman, and she was a brilliant attorney, and she thought she was signing up for the ride of her life." So it might be possible that after Ellen baited and threw tWitch in Diddy's cage, Diddy could have promised tWitch for a breakthrough. Although nothing has been proven, but fans have been connecting the dots for years. tWitch's death was suspicious. The story took a turn for the worse when tWitch allegedly started getting more attention than Ellen on her show. So you all remember the touching tribute Ellen gave to tWitch, right? Well, it turns out that Diddy had allegedly pressured Ellen to give tWitch his credit for making her show successful. Now, we all know how these things usually play out. She prepared a pretty heart-touching script saying, "I used to be a huge fan of So You Think You Can Dance, and I wanted to do a dance. So, the producers of So You Think You Can Dance set me up with tWitch. tWitch came over to my house, and he helped me try to copy it. It was like a crash course in getting to know each other. He was so patient with me. That was my initial love for him. We bonded over learning to dance together." Anyway, sometime after that fateful day, Stephen Boss passed away after allegedly taking his own life. The events that led to his death were pretty suspicious, to say the least. Law enforcement sources revealed that his wife, Allison Holker, arrived at LAPD station saying that her husband had left home without his car, which worried her because it was unlike him. Shortly after, police got a call reporting a self-harm inside a hotel in LA. The officers later confirmed that they found Stephen's body. Stephen's wife later gave a final message to his fans. Stephen lit up every room he stepped into. He valued family, friends, and community above all else. And leading with love and the light was everything to him. He was the backbone of our family, the best husband, father, and an inspiration to his fans. However, tWitch's grandfather revealed that Boss had texted him on a weekend to remind him about his love for him. Eddie Boss said, "Every word has meaning. His last words to me were a simple text that says, 'I love you, Dad.'" Fans suspect that tWitch might have known something he wasn't supposed to know about Ellen's alleged private life. Now listen, this isn't the only allegation that has been connected to Ellen. Fans seem to believe that Ellen had some kind of hand in the death of her ex-girlfriend, Anne Heche. Okay, so it all truly started when allegations about Ellen's show was subject to toxic work environment rumors. A BuzzFeed report published on July 16, 2020, alleged that employees were sacked after taking sick leave or compassionate leave to attend family funerals. The article featured interviews with 1 current and 10 former employees of the show. It claimed that an unnamed writer on the show told a black employee, "I'm sorry, I only know the names of white people who work here." When the news started gaining momentum, the show's executive producers, Ed Glavin, Mary Connolly, and Andy Lasner, issued a statement regarding the allegations, claiming that they took it very seriously and took steps to address the situation. The statement read, "Over the course of nearly 2 decades, 3,000 episodes, and employing over 1,000 staff members, we have strived to create an open, safe, and inclusive work environment. We are truly heartbroken and sorry to learn that even one person in our production family has had a negative experience. It's not who we are and not who we strive to be, and not the mission Ellen has set for us." Although fans did not believe their account one bit, the statement still ensured that the victims' voices were heard. Anyway, Ellen's ex, Anne Heche, also joined the conversation by faulting the employees for staying in the work environment. Ann claimed that if the employees felt discriminated against, they should have left the show and not spoken against Ellen. Well, the word has it that Ellen did not take Ann slighting her employees when her show was under investigation. Sources reveal that Ellen felt threatened by Ann's bashing and tried to institutionalize her to allegedly keep her on a tight leash. But Ann spilled the beans on one episode of her podcast.
Why do you think she tried to put me in an institution, folks? I called my mother. Guess what? 2 people who wanted more than anything to have my truth buried. It was not my time.
However, just a year after this episode aired, Ann was in a car crash when her car jumped a curb and smashed into a West Los Angeles house that resulted in the car and the house bursting into flames. But it was surprising that only Haish was injured. Ann was reportedly trapped in the burning car for 45 minutes before help arrived. Haish died from inhalation injury and burns after having sustained a broken sternum in the crash. The death was ruled an accident, according to coroner's results. In addition to that, the first officers that reported on scene claimed that Ann was impaired by substances in her system, but the final coroner's report revealed that Ann had nothing suspicious in her system. The most important thing that had fans worried was that Ann died without a will. Although the fans were not convinced by the results, the case was quickly closed and nothing could have been done about it. As you can imagine, Ellen was also asked regarding Ann's critical condition during her final moments, but Ellen just closed the conversation by sending her good wishes. So yeah, the "be kind to one another" Ellen was very cold at her ex's condition. You might not know, but Ellen has also been roped into a conspiracy that accused Wayfair of acting as a front for HT by selling pricey cabinets named after people. It all came to a head when she was questioned on Twitter for her Wayfair collection that allegedly included a 5-figure pillow, but really sells for far less. Social media users questioned the talk show host if she had any involvement with the alleged CT conspiracy. Sources close to her have suggested that Ellen has more skeletons in her closet than we could ever imagine. Diddy raid. Now, after Rodney Jones filed a lawsuit against the music mogul, we know that Diddy had all of his properties wired and everything was recorded. So it won't be far from the truth that Diddy also had some footage of Ellen participating in illegal activity lying around. And now that he is under investigation for ST, it is possible that Ellen's dirty deeds might get in the hands of the authorities.
Feds have allegedly revealed Ellen DeGeneres was caught on tape with children at Diddy's mansions. Ellen was allegedly involved in child She would allegedly sell furniture online at a very high price point, like small cabinets for $10,000. The names of the items were peculiar names like Naraya, Eurythia, Samia, and Alvia. But it turns out these weird names lined up perfectly with recent missing children in the area. So it's alleged the names of the furniture was sort of like a code to buy kids online. So you would buy the product and it would actually be a front for buying a child. It's also coincidental that Ellen's set was strikingly similar to Epstein's island.
Just about a month ago, properties owned by Diddy, located in Miami and Los Angeles, were raided by Homeland Security. Credible news outlets have cited an unnamed source that claimed that federal officials in Manhattan have interviewed 3 women and a man, and 3 other interviews are scheduled in relation to allegations of ST, SA, and the solicitation and distribution of certain bad items. In a statement, Homeland Security Investigations confirmed that Homeland Security executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation, with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and local law enforcement partners. This development is a slew of SA-related cases that has shocked the whole industry.
Growing problems for Sean Diddy Combs. Yesterday, we told you how federal agents searched 2 of his properties as part of an investigation into alleged.
You also might be aware that Combs was hit with a new lawsuit recently in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York. NBC News reported the plaintiff turned out to be a former record producer and videographer, Rodney Lil Rod Jones. In the lawsuit, Jones explained that he started working under Sean when he was requested to produce some of his songs for a new album. However, he claimed that Sean had devastating impacts on his life. The defendants in the case are not just Diddy, but a whole group of his social circle.
There are a number of them. There's Diddy, his son Justin Combs, the CEO of Universal Music Group, the CEO of Motown Records, which is the parent company of Love Records. There's a woman named Christina, who is the chief of staff to Diddy. There's Motown Records, Universal Music Group, Love Records, and some others. So there's a lot of defendants. Y'all gonna...
Jones has accused Combs of SH and threatening him between September 2022 to November 2023, during the time they reportedly worked together. He has alleged that he has video and audio evidence of Diddy and his staff engaging in serious illegal activity for over a year. This came after Jones revealed that he used to stay with Diddy months at a time for production purposes, which in turn became an opportunity for Diddy to inappropriately touch him in various places. Rodney claimed that after he was fed up with Diddy's behavior, he took up the issue with Diddy's chief of staff, Christina, who brushed off his worries, chalking Diddy's behavior to his personality. But Rodney wasn't done there. In his 70-page complaint, Rodney claimed that Diddy tried to entice him into having intimacy with another man. According to the plaintiff, Diddy tried to make him do inhumane actions under the impression that it was the way of the industry. Speaking of industry, Stevie J was also named in the lawsuit, but in the worst way possible. Rodney explained in his complaint that he had idolized Stevie J for years, but things took a turn for the worse after he started to associate with Diddy.
Shared a video of Stevie J doing some stuff and told Rodney, quote, "This is normal practice in the music industry. Look, even Stevie J is doing it." There are pictures included of what the suit alleges Stevie J is doing. And the suit goes on to say that Diddy told Rodney that he himself, Diddy, had engaged in a situation with a rapper, redacted, a singer, redacted, and Stevie J. The next situation...
The thing that makes Rodney Jones's lawsuit lethal for Diddy is that Jones allegedly has videographic evidence of Diddy's misdeeds that could essentially destroy everything he has ever worked on. Despite all the cards stacked against Diddy, he is still adamant on maintaining innocence on each and every front. In a statement released by his lawyer, he said, "This unprecedented ambush, paired with an advanced coordinated media presence, leads to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. There has been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name." But ever since Suge Knight sent a cryptic message to Diddy, the rumors about Diddy selling out his accomplices to save his own skin have been more prevalent. If you think about it, Diddy already knows secrets to all the big players of the industry, and if he spilled the tea, the feds would have an upper hand in keeping other powerful people under control. Fans believe that people who were shamed for being conspiracy theorists had called Ellen out long before anything came out. People who were called conspiracy theorists have been saying this for years. It's called Pizzagate, and one of Ellen's shows, she was mentioning pizza all the time for no real reason. It was sus, and the word pizza is also code. Cat Williams was right. 2024 is the year all things come to light. Another added, Ellen DeGeneres caught on tape with children at Diddy's mansion, selling small pieces of furniture online at ridiculous high prices with the same names as recent missing children. Have you seen her Epstein Island set backdrop? Coincidence? That's all for today. Be sure to like and subscribe our channel for more videos just like this.